Hello everyone, my name is Apple Guy, and welcome to another game showcase video. I just realized I haven't done one of these since last decade, so I figured I would hop on and find something to play that I don't usually do on the channel. So here we are with Lovitz Puzzles Trivia Quiz. Now, this is kind of out of left field, but if you guys know me at all, you know that I'm a huge fan of Jeopardy. I think I've talked about it on the channel a couple of times, and they're doing the Jeopardy Greatest of All Time tournament at the time of the recording. So I'm in a big trivia mood, and I figured I would try and test my abilities in knowing a bunch of random stuff about things people generally don't need to know about. So we're gonna hop over to the general knowledge category. I think there are 10 different questions in each of these categories. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We'll just get through them as quickly as we can. Have some fun, listen to some nice relaxing music. Here we go. General knowledge, question 1. Who said the Americans have contrived to be surrounded on two sides by weak neighbors and on two sides by fish? That sounds like a hater. Wouldn't have been France though, because France did help during the Revolutionary War. I'm gonna be honest, no clue who these people are. I wouldn't go for Hugo Chavez because that just doesn't seem time appropriate. John Howard seems like something made up, so I'm gonna go Otto von Bitten. It might be King Louis of France. Louis XIV wasn't around at the time. There we go. See? That's my process to get through this stuff. Which word contains a smaller word that can mean made the acquaintance of? Well, dogmatic is not what we're thinking of. Dismayed? No, I wouldn't go cosmetic either. Compliment makes sense, but that might not mean it's correct. Dogmatic, definitely not. And dismayed could be it, just for like the curveball. I'm gonna go compliment. I'm gonna go dismayed. Cosmetic. Okay, it was cosmetic. That's weird. Which Moore starred in the romantic comedy 10? I'm gonna go for either of these two. I'm gonna go this one. This one. This one. That was terrible. I don't know who Dudley Moore is. Which country did athletes with FRG after their names used to represent? Alright, so FRG. Falkland Islands doesn't have an R or a G. West Germany wouldn't be FRG. Frangistan doesn't sound like it's a real place. Shout out to everyone watching from Frangistan. So I'm gonna go for French Guinea. Is it Frangistan? It's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's French Germany. That's weird. Okay. According to Rudyard Kipling, the female of the species is more what than the male. Well, it makes sense to say beautiful. I'm going to assume he means the human species. Didn't really specify here. This one just seems kind of offensive. And deadly, I wouldn't say they engage in. So intelligent, beautiful, deadly, interesting. Cher had a #1 hit in 1974 with Dark what? Dark Chocolate doesn't seem like the title of a song or a movie. Dark Hair could be, but I don't see that. Dark Lady, Dark Thoughts seems pretty brooding. Is it Dark Lady? It's Dark Lady. What is the Western birthstone for February? Well, I know mine. My birthday is in March, and my birthstone is the water one, aquamarine. Amethyst, I believe, is later in the year. Topaz, I do as well. Garnet, I think ruby is April, not garnet. Garnet, I think, is June or July. Opal, it could be opal. Amethyst seems too early. It was amethyst. It was amethyst. Which actress talking about her marriage breakup famously remarked, "Now I can wear heels"? So it has to be someone who is married to someone short. Shortest man in Hollywood I know right now is the Scientologist, and that is, what's his name? He was in Die Hard. He wasn't in Die Hard. He was not in Die Hard. It might be Gwyneth. It wasn't Meryl Streep, and I don't think it was Julia Roberts either. No, actually, I'm thinking of Julia Child, so it might have been Julia Roberts. Nicole Kidman also seems Tom something. Tom, the action movie star. Tom. Oh, we have a hint button? Oh, it's from Nicole Kidman. Who was I thinking of though? What was his name? Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise. I was thinking of Tom Cruise. Fact check right here if that lady was married to Tom Cruise or not. That just might have been a guy. Okay, so we completed the quiz with 120 points. Correct on the first attempt, 3 of 10. And we are ranked 11,794 out of 11,883. Nice. So I think this gives us new puzzles each day. And oh no, that was just the general knowledge section. So we move on now. We move on to the rest of this stuff. So let's hop into dictionary now. Which of these words is spelt correctly? Discipline is not. Decision is not. Devastated drunkenness. It's either devastated or drunkenness. Devastated looks correct. Okay. When did karaoke become the Oxford Dictionary Word of the Year? It wouldn't have been in 25, and it wouldn't have been in these 2 years. It makes sense. What were people doing in 79 to do karaoke? Which word can mean not sharp or to the point? Blunt. If you say I'm going to be blunt with something, it means you're just going to get right to it. Or if you want a blunt object, that means it's not pointy. Good. What is a hopper? A hopper is a Minecraft block that feeds items into a container. A person who picks up hops, a grain slide, a young locust. All three. Always pick all of the above. What is a repast? Or a repast? It seems like it would be a memory because you're like redoing the past. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not that. It does make sense to be a glue or a meal because maybe it sounds like a meal though, you know, like an appetizer. Yeah. What is the Spanish word for estate or ranch? That's hacienda. I do know that. Hacienda del Dorado. I don't know what that means. Wait, hacienda del Dorado. I don't know. Anyway, which word can mean to yield respectfully or to put off? Defer. Yeah, okay. Which is a word for a game of snooker or a picture board? I don't know what either of those. A picture border. Okay. Frame. Yeah, good. Which word describes a school child as well as a part of an eye? That's pupil. Retina is not kid, iris, pupil. Yeah, that's a student. 421 points. Nice. 8 out of 10 on the dictionary, so I'm better at dictionary than general knowledge. Nice. Let's go ahead and move on to the next category. Entertainment. This one should be good. Who was the female lead in the film Singin' in the Rain? Well, I feel like I don't know who any of these people are. It wasn't Marilyn Monroe. That doesn't make any sense. Debbie Reynolds caught my eye when I first saw it. Yep. Who was Ginger Rogers' most famous dancing partner? Michael Flatley, Justin Timberlake, Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire. Ah, that name just caught me. The Voyage Home was a film in which sci-fi series? It wasn't Star Wars. Seems like it'd be a Star Trek thing. It wasn't Alien. Alien's way too... Yeah, Alien's like way too out there. It's like horror, isn't it? What religion is celebrity Paula Abdul? Funny thing about her, I actually confuse her all the time for Paula Deen, the chef. Paula Abdul? I think she is probably Catholic. She Jewish? Yep. In which fictional street does the action in Desperate Housewives take place? I've heard of Wisteria Lane before, which means it's either real or it's where it happens. Acme Drive, Fairview Street, Grapevine Grove. Fairview Street... Okay, is it Wisteria Lane? I should have gone with Wisteria first. Which famous singer was called Dad by Lisa Marie Jackson? Well, Alice Cooper seems like it is a girl's name, and I don't think a girl would be called Dad. Gonna cross that one off. Mick Jagger, Bob Dylan, Elvis Presley. I don't think anyone called Elvis Presley their dad. That'd be kind of weird. But Lisa Marie Jackson. No, I don't think Michael Jackson's a kid. Bob Dylan, Mick Jagger. Bob Dylan, Elvis Presley. Okay. See, I just sometimes have to guess. 132. Much better at dictionary. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna move on to the next category now. We're making great time. History. The Massacre of the Innocents is attributed to which cruel ruler? I don't think it's Stalin. I don't think Mussolini did anything to that extent. Mao Zedong, Herod the Great. He wouldn't be great if he did that, so I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Mussolini? Oh wow, how great could he be? How great could he be? The 1929 Wall Street crash is known as the Black what? Well, I do think that the stock market doesn't work on Sunday, so Friday is the closing day? Black Monday? Tuesday. Okay, Black Tuesday, sure. Which empire was said to be the first true empire in which the sun never set? That's the British one. I know that one. And Japan is the empire of the rising sun. Which Russian word for Caesar was used by their monarchs? That was Tsar, usually spelled with a C-S-A-R though. Which religious leader was born in the Chinese province of Shandong in 551 BC? Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama is still alive today, so not the Dalai Lama. I think the Dalai Lama tweets. Yeah, so not the Dalai Lama. Confucius for Confucianism. Cool. Which fruit were unavailable for the Last Supper? Oof, I don't know religion. Dates make sense though. Figs, olives. Tomatoes are a vegetable. Who married Josephine de... this word. Josephine de...
Beauharnais.
Beauharnais in 1796. Napoleon. Cool. Again, Agincourt was the final battle in which war? 100 years, War of the Roses, Civil War, 7 years. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what the War of the Roses is, so 100 years after that makes most sense, because I know the final of those two were not that. National resolve in Britain after World War II was known as the what spirit? I don't think it was Dover spirit, right? No? Durham spirit. Dunkirk spirit? Really? Dunkirk was such a bad... It was a great movie, but a bad, terrible event. Well, it was a good event. It was terrible, but then the people made it good. You know what I'm trying to say. In which war did the Charge of the Light Brigade take place? That is Crimean. Yep. 247, 510. Alright, maybe I'm not as good at trivia as I thought it was. Hey, you do this every once in a while though? You build the brain receptors. Right, food and drink. I'm gonna destroy this category. Zucchinis come in what colors? Green, orange, yellow. Green, yellow, white. Okay, sure. In England, a pub lunch of cheese, pickles, bread, and onions is known as what? Undertaker's lunch, plowman's lunch, bricklayer's lunch, secretary's lunch. Okay, it wasn't secretary's lunch. Cheese, pickles, bread, and onions. Okay. First off, what? Is that all separate? Is that in a sandwich? Is that in a bread? Like, wrap? Is that a soup? What are we talking here? Undertaker's lunch. It's the plowman's lunch, of course. Which animal is mostly used for the production of lard? Huh. Mostly used. Yeah. Pigs. What is the most expensive spice in the world? Saffron. I know that one. What would you be drinking if you had a glass of Cab Sauv? That's a wine, I believe. Yep. Cabernet Sauvignon or something. Which grain is used in Scotch broth? Well, I know rain makes corn and corn makes whiskey. That's from a country song. Wheat, oats, flaxseed, wheat. Barley. Okay, nice. Barley. Okay. Hey, 487. 5 out of 10. I don't think I did any better. Okay, we got 2 categories left. And this is it's gonna be great. Here we go. Which nation is an anagram of the word male? Mali. Nice. How many official time zones are there in China? 2. 1. Yeah, I should have guessed that one. Which US state has the city of Baton Rouge, Louisiana? Which European country has a higher population density? Luxembourg? Luxembourg is tiny. I wouldn't be... So UK is kind of large, so they could spread out their population to a large place. We're talking about density here, which means people per, like, tiny area. Malta is also kind of small. Luxembourg, Malta, it's Malta. Go for the small ones. On which island of Japan would you find Tokyo? Honshu. Good. Which English cathedral is found on the county of Kent? Canterbury? Good. Which country has the most mobile phones in use? Probably US. China. Biggest population. Yeah, should have gone for that one first. Which Japanese city was called Edo until 1868? I think it was... Oh, is it Tokyo or Kyoto? I think Bill Wirtz talked about this in the history of Japan. It's not Kyoto. It's Japan. It's Tokyo. Okay. In which country would you hear Catalan spoken? Catalan, you think of Catalonia, which would be Spain. Great. We did decent in that one. Final category here is... What do you got, love it? Come on. Science and nature. Here we go. On which temperature scale is 212 degrees the boiling point of water? Fahrenheit. Nice. A ginkgo is which of the following? That is a tree. I learned that from a Hello Kitty movie. Variola is better known as which disease? Okay. Let's get that pronunciation real quick, Mr. Robot. Can you read that one out for me?
Variola.
Variola. Right, I've never heard of it. And I know this is still around. Smallpox isn't, so we'll go for smallpox. What is 4 cubed? So that's 4 times 4, which is 16, times 4, which is 64, times 4, which is 256. 4 cubed. Oh, it's 4 times 3. Oh, cause yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. Just shh. Don't remember that one. What is not a variety of apple? Granny Smith, Jonathan, Delicious, Navel. Okay, you just say delicious, because there's golden delicious and red delicious, but I don't think delicious by itself is a type of apple. Okay, you should have specified. Is navel not? I could have sworn there's such thing as a navel apple. Which of the following does not exist? Hurricane Katrina definitely exists. Halley's Comet definitely exists. Earthquake Sheila. I don't think you name earthquakes. Yep, I was right there. Hey, we did it. We beat it. We beat LawitsPuzzles.com. And we did Very, very bad. Yay! Alright, well, thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit like and subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel if you're so inclined to do so. I'll be back doing normal content tomorrow. Just wanted to go ahead and come on and showcase something that I was interested in doing. I will see you guys back here at a later time. As always, until then, take care.